It's your favorite host doing the most, and you know a little boast. It's Mo Manifest tuning in, and welcome to Give a Mo Podcast, Season 3, Episode 4, hashtag Unlimited, or Unlimited as we like to call it. I know you haven't seen the intro last week or this week. We're currently working on a new intro, and the production staff has called me out about my outros. Apparently, I cut my videos a little bit too abruptly, so we're working on the outro as well. But thank everybody for tuning in. Like I said, this season is about consistency. We're coming to you on another Wednesday just to bring you something that I think is very important, something very inspirational. Becoming unlimited. What do I mean by becoming unlimited? I feel like when we're kids, that's when we're the most free in life. You know, they say no bills, no worries, no responsibilities. You know, the average kid, some people are underprivileged, and even when you're underprivileged, if it's normal to you, you may not ever understand it until you get older and see some new things. That's going to lead to another episode that I'm working on, which is very big, but just understanding that as a kid, you're limitless. You have no cap, you have nothing, no shame. You speak your mind and everything. And as you get older, the goal in life becomes, after I like to say between the ages of, basically when you start middle school, 13, 14, till you're about 25, society just put on a lot of limiters in your mind. I want you to think about a vehicle. It's a fast vehicle that can go 220 miles per hour. But for some reason, you keep getting limiters, and it took it from 220 to 200. Now, the dashboard still stay 220, but every time you get a limiter, and next thing you know, your car is limited to only going 50 miles per hour. That's where I feel like a lot of people are in life right now, and that's why it's important for me to speak on this topic and breaking these barriers and these limiters. Society imposes a lot of things on us. For example, we're now part of the social media age where everyone feels like they should have everything done by the time they're 30. And literally you got 23, 24, all the way up to 29-year-olds feeling like they're failures because they may not have a house, or they may not have the business that they want, or they may not have the car they want, or they may not be married, or in any type of successful thing that society told them to be in. And that's not necessarily how life works. Let's just say we all live to be 100 years old. 30 will only be 30% of your life. You're meaning to telling me all the significant events in your life are going to take place between the ages of 1 or 0 and 30. What about the other 70%? If you do everything you're supposed to do before you turn 30, what are you going to do with those other 70 years? And we just use the 100 as, it makes it easier that way to break down the percentages. So right now, the average person is on the 30-70 split, I would like to call it. They believe that in the first 30% of their life, they're supposed to have mostly, let's say, majority of the significant events done. House, car, dream family, graduated from college, owning a business. They believe they're supposed to have all these stuff done. Why do we believe these things? Well, I believe society has done a disjustice of opposing what we call the American dream on people. This dream that all of these things have to be done. And it's a tactic of reverse psychology if you do not achieve these things. Because even when you do achieve these things, even when you do get married, have a child, get a house, do all this stuff before marriage, that don't mean the people that's doing it is not going through things as well. So no matter what level you're on, you're going to have your struggles and your battles. That's why I don't believe in struggle stories, because everybody can tell a story of struggle. But in certain communities, I hate to say it, black community, which I'm a part of, majority of the time, a lot of people feel like you have to relate through your struggle stories. May I be the first to say I'm not a struggle story at all. Been through things. I like to say I'm from humble beginnings, But I never viewed what I went through as being poor or anything less than societal standards because I did not understand what else was out there. And I had an amazing childhood and enjoyed it with my family. But the number one thing about me is, and I do have limiters. I don't want you to look at me and think that I'm fully unlimited, because I'm not. You know, I started the business. I like to say it's pretty successful. But even when thinking about other businesses, do I still have doubts? I do. The difference between me and the person who haven't jumped off the porch yet is I'm willing to jump and do stuff and plan it out and understand. And I may have more time based off how my life is currently set up. But when I didn't have the most time, I was not limited in thought. I want people to understand that certain limiters are stronger than others. Certain things you was taught in life are stronger than others. And you have to remove these things because they will constantly have you feeling like you're a failure. But if you look at the average person, if you look at the person beside you, don't look at their social media page. That always makes it look good. If you're a person that like to party, travel, and do stuff, and you go look at a person page who party, travel, and always doing something, you're going to automatically assume that person is living an amazing life, when deep down inside that person may be struggling to figure it out. That person may be limited in what they want to do, and they may do these things just to keep up with the societal norms. You know what I'm saying? So becoming unlimited is literally allowing yourself, how can I say it? I believe outside of that, a lot of people have past trauma. And for everybody I'm speaking to, let's be very honest and vulnerable. A lot of people in today's time are seeking advice from friends and family and everybody. Well, I would just say, if you're open to it, please seek therapy. You know, when we look at these celebrities and stuff like that, we only pay attention to the limelight. If you ever take the time to really watch like a celebrity interview, that one that's actually breaking down and talking about real life, a lot of these people go to therapy and have therapists, but you have to become open to it. If you got built up past trauma that you can't get by, talking to your friends and stuff is not helping you get by it, then I would say go seek professional help. You know, was having a good conversation with a friend. I love to consider myself a good advice giver, but the best advice I give nowadays is, if you're open, go see a professional. And the reason why I feel that way is because society has constantly, time and time again, and life will constantly, time and time again, impose its will on you if you allow it to. It's all about taking something that you may perceive as bad and turning it into good events for you. You know, you get a flat tire, we all want to consider that a bad thing. Well, maybe God, the universe, whatever you choose to believe in, y'all know the saying. I had to give them more podcasts. The only thing we force you to believe in is inspiration. Let's say you catch a flat tire, and in that moment you're viewing it as, oh my God, my tire flat, this is bad, I gotta stop, change the tire. But you never know what the universe was protecting you from. Then you drive up 10, 15 miles where you would have been 10, 15 minutes ago, and then you see a bad car accident, and you just sitting there thinking, God, universe, whatever you believe in. Well, I'm glad that's not me. And we love to live in the moment, especially when something is going bad. I always have this theory that if you walked in a building and 97 people told you was attractive and 3 of them told you didn't look good, you would only focus on the 3. And it's crazy that 97 different people would tell you, 97% of the room finds you attractive, but you only focus on the 3% that does not find you attractive. That is a limiter. A limiter is focusing on negative things. How do we break those? We're going to have to go deeper into this topic. Breaking limiters is as simply as just confessing onto what you believe may be or may not be wrong in the moment. So if you have an issue, if you have an insecurity, the biggest way to get by it in my mind is to confess that, to yourself and live in your truth. And as soon as you get okay with living in your truth, the more limitless you'll be. I like to say before you start something, how, we talked about the floors. And if I'm starting on level 9, even if I go back to level 0, I still got all the information on 1 through 9. And that's why I believe it's important to learn how to become unlimited in thought and unlimited in belief and unlimited in what you're doing, because your mind can literally create anything. And all these episodes that I've done this year kind of go hand in hand, where we did self-sabotage 2 weeks ago, and we did being thankful, which is just a way to be thankful year over year for what's going on. And then we're doing unlimited today, hashtag unlimited, because if we live limitless in an unlimited place, what are we doing? Creativity is endless. Art is endless. The ability to think is endless. The ability to create in your mind, in the metaphysical realm, in the spiritual realm, is limitless. Whether that's a relationship with God, whether that's a relationship, with other beliefs that you may have, it can all be unlimited. But we have to get out of these American dreams, or wherever you may be, because y'all may not know it, but not only Americans listen to this podcast. So I'm in America, North Carolina, be exact. But we have to get out of these societal norms and have to get out of what society is telling us what we should be. Because if we want to become unlimited, we have to break barriers. So, with that being said, there's going to be a part 2 to this, because we're going to go deeper into this. But like I said, the Give 'Em All podcast is under production right now. My production manager told me I need to work on a few things. So we just touching on being unlimited, hashtag unlimited. I want you guys to become unlimited in thought and what your beliefs are. And as always, like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think. It's your favorite host doing the most. I'm on Manifest. Y'all have a blessed day.